It goes without saying, given the uniqueness of this format, that this moment, not only for us, but in the history of our world, is unprecedented. With COVID still an ever-present part of our world, our lives have been altered in a profound and lasting way. However, true to our chosen professions in healthcare, we will make the best of this difficult situation, just as I'm sure some of you are celebrating our commencement in sweatpants. Like many first-generation immigrants, my parents raised me with the privilege of growing up in a household that I shared not only with my two brothers, but also with grandparents and sometimes titas, titos, and cousins. My parents, like many who come to this country, sought refuge in the support of family and their community while trying to pave their way in this large foreign new land. I'm here because of them and their sacrifices. I'm from a working class family, and my parents, who at one point each had 2 jobs apiece, often relied on family members to help raise my 2 older brothers and me. Everyone did their part, shouldering some responsibility in the household so we could all lift each other up. One family member in particular, my tita, was like my big sister. She was the younger sister of my dad and very hip with her leather jackets and high-top Reeboks. It was the early 90s, so she was very stylish. Some of the earliest memories I have of my childhood were of me coming home from elementary school, bursting through the door looking for my parents. I miss them often, as I really only got to see them when they came home to eat and nap between jobs. When this would happen, my cool tita would intervene and distract me from missing them. As soon as I expressed any sadness about it, she would place a hand on my shoulder and whisk me away into the living room where we would watch Filipino teleseries and eat junk food. She was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer at the beginning of March, just as COVID cases were ramping up. Devastated, I made the decision to come home to California to help my father and cousin take care of her, just as she had taken care of me. While in the process of transferring my license from Illinois, she developed pneumonia. My last memories of her were filtered through a plastic face shield and surgical mask. At the time, she was a COVID-19 rule-out. Per hospital policy, only one family member was allowed into the room at a time. As I entered the room, I heard the ventilator sigh and the drip machines beep. When I stroked her arm and began to cry, I felt a hand on my shoulder. The nurse, who had been caring for my aunt while in the ICU, paused from titrating her vasopressors to comfort me. I thanked her for providing wonderful care to my tita, to which she replied, "I'd want the same care given to my aunt." This resonated with me. Everyone involved in my tita's care, the nurses, respiratory therapists, physicians, PAs, NPs, PTs, OTs, speech pathologists, nutritionists, down to the laboratory scientists who were tasked with processing the mountain of potential COVID samples. They were all working tirelessly to provide care to my tita and so many other loved ones in the hospital. We all chose to pursue this profession because we want to care for people. We too have aunts, uncles, cousins, parents and siblings, mentors and friends who have helped shape who we are today. And don't get me wrong, I know we all chose to be here. We chose to take on the challenges life and Rush University had to offer. We spent hours studying in coffee shops. We missed parties and birthdays, and we spent more than we could really afford on gallons of coffee during those long clinical days. Having graduated from this university, we all know how challenging and rewarding the curriculum can be. But we also know how supportive and encouraging the Rush faculty and staff have been on our individual journeys. How understanding our family and friends were when we said, "No, I can't come out tonight. I have to study." We have individually sacrificed things to be where we are today, but we were enabled to do so in part by the sacrifices of our community as well. This graduation is a momentous milestone for all of us, and none of us got here alone. We have leaned on the shoulders of family, friends, Rush mentors, and all the scientists and health professionals who come before us. We, as new healthcare professionals, must shoulder some responsibility to lift each other up, just as our community has done for us. It has been a long journey to get here, and along the way, we've learned a lot, forged lifelong friendships, and stopped by the farmer's fridge one too many times. And even though our commencement celebration has been tempered by social distancing and uncertainty, here we are, sharing this wonderful occasion at home with our families, friends, and the snack we got on our 11th trip to the refrigerator this morning. And so, as a newly licensed nurse, but also as a daughter, sister, niece, cousin, and friend, I say to you, we have chosen to enter into a profession that urges us to seek the best in ourselves, to maintain compassion amidst hardship, scientific curiosity amidst uncertainty, and teamwork amidst confusion. And as we enter that professional world today, the call to care has never been more profound. And so, armed with the education and support that Rush University has provided to us, we can now place a comforting hand on the shoulders of the community who need us now more than ever and say, in the words of Louis Pasteur, "You suffer. This is enough for me. You belong to me, and I shall help you." Thank you, and congratulations, Rush University, Class of 2020.